Right ho, episode 49. I took the car to the pits yesterday and it wasn't as great a success as I would have liked. However, it's good to find these things, I suppose, before you venture out onto the open road. So the things that were found were the brake light's not working, the reverse light's not working, driver's side wiring loom needs to connect for it not to be loose, so that's inside the front wheel arch. Oil found near transmission, I've investigated. Oil found on sump, investigated. And from brake hose to side of exhaust requires a heat shield or relocation. So I ventured onto these jobs today. So I've now completed, I think, what I need to do. So I have rejointed this, which was leaking. So leaking around the outside and down the bolts. So I've taken that off, rejointed that. So that shouldn't leak anymore. So I had to drain all the oil out of the gearbox to do that, because it just kept on dripping onto the gasket faces and I wanted to change the oil anyway. So that's done. Now I've got a heat shield on here. So I've got to get some metal cable ties, they're coming. So I had to move this, I moved this down a little bit further because it was a bit close to the pipe here. So I've got this and I'll put a couple of metal cable ties on there. I've done the, I'm not sure whether you can see this, but I had a oil filter conversion kit. So it was leaking around the oil filter body. So I've now replaced that with the cartridge design that's like that. So that now hopefully won't be leaking anymore. So that's the end of that leak. Cleaned all the sump up. You pity you don't find these things until you actually take it for a drive, and it was its first drive, long drive yesterday. Just the rear brake lights. So what I had in there was a 5-amp fuse. So when other lights were on, the same as the brake lights, I pressed the brake light pedal, it blew the fuse, and then hardly any of the lights worked. So I've put the right rated fuse in there now. Reversing lights. So when I bought, when I took the old lights out, one of the lenses was cracked. So I bought 2 new reversing light units. Can't think of the word. So anyway, I bought 2 new light units and I put them in, wired them up. And then a rookie error, I didn't check whether they had any light bulbs or globes inside the lights. So when I took the lenses off when I got home, there was no globes inside, so they would never have worked anyway, not in a fit of rage. So that's all been done now. And the only other thing was this wiring loom, which is in here. I'm hoping you can see. So I tied one side up and I didn't tie the other, so I've tied that one up now. Yeah, because it was just hanging and yeah, it didn't look really good. So this one's been done a little bit better. So that one's been done. Yeah, so that's all them done. And yes, got a plan now when I'm next going to take it to the pits again, but I'll leave it for a week or so, I think, and then I'll have another go. See how we go.